It is my privilege to explore today how to motivate through the life skill during this pandemic time. I know we all are going through a tough time right now. So, how can we do that? I know everybody might be thinking, are we motivated? Think about yourself. The people who are sitting here today, do you feel that you are motivated? Hold on to that. Just hold your breath. I would like you to say, first of all, before we begin anything, I would like you to sit very comfortably. Wherever you are sitting, at your home, at your office, at your college, at your university, or in the public area, just calm yourself down and sit comfortably. Now, can you show me your hand? Can you all show me your hand? Put one hand on your heart and your other hand below the belly button. Now, both your hands rest, or you can rest both of your hands on your legs. Make sure your shoulder is nice and easy. You're very comfortable wherever you're sitting. If you're comfortable, then close your eyes. I want you to concentrate on your breathing. Breathe out, nice and easy. Think about the moment you're experiencing right now. Think about something really nice has happened to you. Forget about the past, it is gone. Do not worry about the future because it is an illusion. Just concentrate on here and now. Now, gently open your eyes. Welcome back. Welcome to the session How to Motivate Yourself. In this global pandemic, we have gone through many challenges. We have all found ourselves adhering to government guidelines through self-isolating or isolating with members of the family and staying safe at home. Although the world is having a phased reopening with the children going back to school and people going back to work. We have entered a new normal society. We are still socializing, distancing, and wearing a mask and gloves when we go out. This is difficult for us because we as a human being are creatures of habits and we do not like change. The way in which we communicate has been altered. We must adapt to these changes, otherwise, we'll be left behind in many aspects of our lives. We forget that even the surface of the earth at the equator moves at the speed of 460 meters per second or approximately 1000 miles per hour. So we too must adapt to change. But sometimes we feel little lazy and less motivated than we were before. Before the pandemic, we were different, but now things have changed because we have got used to the way that we have been living over the last 15 to 16 months. Do we all agree what we used to do and what we are doing right now? So think about it. In this current pandemic, we are going through a phase of unhappiness, sadness. We want to do a lot, but we are not able to do. So, what I did, I don't like to say anything if I have not done a research. So, the research which I've done has found that on average, it takes more than 2 months. Remember, it takes more than 2 months before a new behavior comes automatic. That means 66 days to be exact. The time to form a new habit can always vary, can depend on a person's behavior and circumstances. Therefore, it can also take this longer for us to lose or gain our motivation to do the things that we used to like doing. So, what is motivation? Motivation can be described as a reason or the reason for acting or behaving in a particular way. In this context, we are associating motivation with this with the positive behavior towards self growth. That's number one, to help us during this pandemic. We can view it as a process that initiates, guides, and maintain our behavior towards a goal. It also involves biological, emotional, social, and cognitive forces. It, it is through motivation that we act. For example, if we are thirsty, we go and get a glass of water. So, our motivation to get a glass of water is to reduce our thirst. Am I right? Yes. So, our motivation to listen to a talk right now, we all are listening to me. You are all focusing to me. You are thinking, what is the next thing I'm going to talk to you? So, our motivation is to listen what you're going to gain knowledge today, what you're going to learn today, and how you're going to motivate yourself and motivate others, or read a book. So, when you're reading a book or listening to something, a webinar, what is your objection? What is your aim? Is to gain the knowledge. In everyday life, we want to do something which can motivate our life, motivate us. The word motivation used to understand why an individual does something. It can be perceived as the driving force behind the human action. It is only the factor that activate behaviors. It also maintains goal directed action. So the question will arise in our mind, how do I motivate myself? What do I do? So let's look at it. What is motivation? But what is a self motivation? Self motivation is the force that drives to do things. It is the drive that push you to work towards your goal, to put efforts into self development and to achieve personal fulfillment. Therefore, it is driven by intrinsic motivation, a kind of motivation that comes from sincerely wanting to achieve and desiring the inherent towards associated with. Self motivation can also be driven by extrinsic motivation, which is the drive to achieve wanting the external rewards like money, power, status, or recognition. But usually, the intrinsic motivation is a drive that is more effective and fulfilling. It also helps to work on a personal resilience and adaptability to change. So let's look at it. What are the four components of motivation? First of all, is achievement drive or the personal drive to achieve, improve, and meet certain standards. Number two, commitment to your own personal goals. Number three, initiate or the readiness to act on the opportunity. Number four, optimism or the tendency to look ahead and persevere with the belief that you can reach your goal. So, if we are believing that we can do something, then we definitely can. Therefore, within this pandemic, we can do anything. Can we do everything? Can we do anything? Yes, that's the determination we have to create by motivating ourselves. Not somebody tells you do this, do that. No, you do it the way you want things to do it. So we can view this pandemic the way we want to see. We can view the pandemic as a transition stage. But each individual passes through different stages at different space. So according to the research, there are three stages. There are three stages of transition that individuals go through. Number one, the ending, losing, or let go of the old ways and identities. Number two, when we enter a neutral zone where the old reality has gone, but the new reality hasn't been totally informed yet. It's coming through. And number three, we enter a new beginning working with new energy and a sense of purpose. So currently, many people are finding themselves in a neutral zone, which means that we are between old reality and the new forming reality. So we cannot do what we would like to do, what we used to do before. We are still not stabilizing ourselves. We are not sure because pandemic, the lockdown is happening, then it's opening. Then we go back to the usual, but still we go back again to the lockdown. So there is a gaps. That's why we are in a neutral zone right now. And that is why this is the time we don't feel very comfortable. So what we like to do before, but doing new things does not feel very much comfortable yet. This is the time when our old habits are replaced with new ones. So it has been found that anxiety that we feel rises and the motivation falls. In this situation, people can doubt themselves. The energy that we would generally be using to reach our goals is being utilized as a coping strategies. Productivity may suffer, but it is also a time where we can be creative and generate new ideas and understand. And you all will agree that we have changed our way of living is much better now than we were many months ago. Is that right? Yes, we have. Before that, we never used to be in online sessions. We used to be face to face. Time has changed. And with the time, we have to move. If we don't move with the time, that we are going to be left behind. So how can we motivate ourselves? How can we motivate ourselves in this current pandemic? First and foremost, I think, is by staying happy. I want you to think about a time in your life when you felt the most happiest you have been. The most happiest time you have experienced. Your most happiest memory. Think about how you were feeling. Who was with you? What you were doing? What day of the week it was? What time it was? I want you to write these details on a piece of paper. I know I can think of a time I was extremely happy. But the main thing I remember is the feeling of being happy, the fulfillment in my heart, the lightness that I felt during that moment, all those minutes. Because happiness is the state of being or showing pleasure or contentment. It is a state, not a trait. And it is changeable. So if we find that we were happy for some time, then our feelings changed. We always have a choice how we wish to live. Do we wish to live in happiness or do we wish to live in pain and despair? Nobody is going to force sadness upon us. Nobody and nothing is going to make us happy. That is in our hand. What we like to do and what we want to do, it all depends how we want to take it. So happiness is a choice. Sadness is a choice as well. If we choose happiness, it will lead us to be more happiness. Just like choosing sorrow will lead us to sorrow. Peace and happiness do not come to us, they come out of us. Remember, peace and happiness do not come to us, they come out of us. That's our expressions. We have to choose them. We think many things in our mind, and our heart are like an ocean of emotions. From this ocean, we are always choosing what we want to feel and what we want to think. When we encounter difficulties in life, we must be brave enough to choose peace wisely, because to choose love and bold. So, wise enough to choose love and bold enough to choose happiness. You should not think about how we are going to be happy. We should just think that we are going to be happy no matter what life throws at us. No matter when the pandemic is around us, no matter we are surrounded by COVID 19. By committing to be happy, we will eradicate and attract happiness. We can only ever be as happy as we choose to be, and we can only be sad as we want to be. So sometimes we just want to be sad more than willing to be happy for some reason. But if you want to be more happy, then we will find that sadness will become distance. In life, things changes. In life, many things have changed, but always happen the things will always happen, which is going to happen. We should learn not to attach our happiness to material things. We should aim to anchor our happiness in the eternal. Remember our joy and bliss within our soul. We should remember that we are the source of happiness wherever we go. Happiness follows us. We can give happiness to other people through ourselves. We can also be happy exactly where we are today. Why do we postpone it? Why do we not think of it? Why do we say, I will be happy when I go outside? Oh, I will be happy when I don't wear a mask. I will be happy when I'm on a holiday. Or I'll be happy when I'm with my children. Or when I'll be happy when my children come to visit me. Or or the people say, I will be happy when I find my love or move somewhere else. Or I'll be happy when I win a lottery. Is that right? All these things goes in your mind when you want to be happy. But to postpone happiness is to deny the happiness we have available with us right now. We can be happy right now if we choose to be happy now. We are making sure that we are happy in future. The material things do not bring us happiness. Happiness brings us things when we feel happy. I feel that it is the secret ingredient to the life that we want to live. We should not delay. We should choose to be happy today in the present moment. If we decide we want to be happy, only when we achieve a goal, when there is a momentary, when there is a money, when there is a finance, because we want to achieve that. We want to achieve that material thing, because you will have the satisfaction that you've achieved. What you want to do is by getting name, fame, money. But remember, this is that's a short passage of life, because the success of the attempt and the goal only happens once. It is a human nature to dream big and want different things in life. We should be happy with what we have, because we have happiness inside us all the time. This will bring us to stay motivated. So, happiness is not an achievement, it is a state of being We are full of peace and joy and love inside us. But on the other side, we may have a covering of all these things that we are not. That we need to remove it to be truly happy. We may have to take our layers of anger, pride, fear, doubt, unhappiness, envy, hate, jealousy. Get rid of any of the thoughts or feelings that tries to cover the real us, covers the light of our being. When these layers are removed, only happiness, love, peace, joy exist. Every day we should aim to peel these outer covering of ourselves and just live and choose the happiness over everything. When we feel angry, we should choose to be happy against the anger. When fear and doubt enters our minds, we should tell ourselves, I am choosing happiness. When envy and pride try to come into your heart, we should say to ourselves, this is not me. I am happiness. I am happy. I have happiness and love myself. We should remember who and what we are. We are happiness right now. Are we? Do we feel that way? Try, and always you will be happy. We, if we ever find it difficult to be happy, we should be thankful for everything what we have got in our life. Because when we are thankful, there is no other thoughts or the feelings that comes within us. By being thankful, we fill our hearts with happiness and our minds feel contained and satisfaction in the moments of sincere and deep gratitude. We feel that whatever we have is enough and we ourselves are enough. In that moment, we do not want anything and do not desire anything. We feel peace and happy. When we feel sad, sorrow, or disconnected, then stop for a moment. Take a breath. Breathe out. Be thankful for everything what we have. We should appreciate the breath that we have just taken. Everybody can't take that breath. We are blessed that we are alive, and we can be thankful to the Supreme, thankful for the life and power behind that happiness. As we get older, we are less worried about affecting ourselves, and we tend to hold a realistic views of our strength and weaknesses and acceptance towards any of our foes. But we should aim constantly. We should aim constantly self-improve ourselves. To improve our habits, improve our way of living life, we need to understand that we cannot please everybody. So do not try for it. We should do things that makes us happy. We should do things which makes us proud. When we were younger, we did not have much experience. As we do now, what we are doing, we should be grateful for each day and whatever our health we have. We should not dwell on the past or worry about the future, but we should live in the present. We should eat well and sleep well, socialize on the phone, exercise, and get some sunshine. In India, we have beautiful sunshine, so we can't go wrong. We should not go through the life just wanting to be happy. We should choose to be happy for this moment onwards, because everywhere we go, happiness will follow us. In everything that we do, we should start by being thankful. then proceed on our journey with happiness to reach our goal, whatever they might be. First of all, satisfy yourself. Be happy. Think you are one of the happiest person in the world. And when we are happy, we can automatically feel motivated. However, like everything in life, our motivation and willpower can fluctuate. We are human. Remember, we are not aliens. We are not animals. We are real human. So our mood swings, that swings. Sometimes happy, sometimes sad. But when the sadness comes, try to get rid of and be happy. Sometimes we may feel very high driven by other times. We may now, we may not even know that what we want to achieve or how to achieve it. So therefore, it is important to have some goals. We should focus on the things that are important to us, the things that makes us happy, and we are going to enjoy with that happiness. Therefore, make a list of all your hobbies, all your activities that you wish to achieve in a particular day, in a particular time, in a particular month. You want to do the things which will help you. Number one, very simple chart. I have made it for you, which will help you. So, schedule a time each day to talk to a friend or your loved ones. Number two, take a virtual class to learn something new, which you always wanted to do. Number three, volunteer to deepen your sense of purpose to whatever voluntary work you like to do, to the humanitarian work. Help each other. You don't have to do a big thing, just help your neighbors, help the children, help the needy people who needs you. Number four, spend the time with people who look more like your future than your past. And number five, think positively. We need to surround ourselves with positive people and keep away from negativity. So, through being positive, through being that person, even to stay with the positiveness, also help us to do something better in our life. Through positive, you create a positive energy. You create positive vibes through your attitudes. It is always easy to look for negative aspects of other people, but you should forget the negativity and focus on the positivity. Then, how can we do that? Always see the best in the people. Welcome people in your environment with a warm smile. Smile doesn't cost you a penny. Everything in this world costs you. Even the breath, whatever you air you're breathing, that even cost you money. Remember what was happening? The oxygen cylinders, where in a black market, people were charging 10 times to give the oxygen cylinder. That wasn't free. But a beautiful smile which God has given you. Have a smile. Give a warm smile and spread the happiness and joy within yourself and with others. But how can we do this? We can do this very easily through our actions, our ethics, our behaviors. Help people when they require your help. Be thoughtful and generous with your time and knowledge. With your knowledge, with your resources. Aim to be happy, light-hearted, and see the funny side of a situation and practice gratitude. Always be thankful what you have. Individuals enjoy being around people that makes them smile or laugh. It creates happy moments through which you can share positive energy. If someone is going through a challenging time, then be their support system. Help them, guide them. Show your empathy and sympathy. They are enduring qualities that help you to relate to the feelings and emotions of others. You will then be the support system for others around you who can encourage and motivate others while behaving in them. Behaving this way will help you to grow yourself, and while believing in them and inspiring them to overcome their challenges in their personal or professional lives. But ensure you act with integrity. You act with integrity and treat each other how you want to be treated. This skill improves your personality the most because if you are true to your words, you will be admired. You will be respected and appreciated by others. Therefore, seek to be the true and honest individual. Understand the value of other people, respect others and yourself. Obviously, being unable to see your family for months and months, we have become unhappy. We have got sadness in us. Remember, things have changed because of the disruptive situation, because of the pandemic. Things have changed. Therefore, we should find new ways to pass our time through the goal that we have set. We may wish to trying something new, may want to help, may want to do something different, want to do what you never used to do, something new, may need help others to find a little joy in this time. We can do video call to speak to our family and friends or use Zoom like we are doing today, like the Google Meet. It is a wonderful way to see friendly faces and catch up with them. We can even try hosting a virtual quiz with a group of friends when we all started to use the video calling first time. I remember it was not easy for me. It was even difficult for me or for everyone. It was little bit daunting because we haven't really done this before. But now we see how simple and enjoyable it can be. If you're very sociable, you love going out, you love mixing with the people, you love dancing, or you love mixing, you love socializing. Generally, who are looking to do that, they can also be happy on this forum, on this platform of Google Meet or Zoom call or different medias where there are forums and a chat rooms where you can socialize, where you can mingle with the people, with the social media that you could explore with cautious. You may prefer to write letters. This could be lovely way to stay in touch with friends and family as most people still enjoy receiving letters. If you are shilling and not going out, then you can always ask helpers or neighbors to post the letters for you if you can't do that. But as a student, it's lovely to be connected by communicating in different ways. So, according to the government guidelines and according to the rules, we are now able to spend more time outside and meet up with people outside of our household and social bubble and came out of the social bubbles. Like right now, we can do much better what we couldn't do it few months ago. We can also spend time with one another household and make a space for each other. If we do meet with someone, make sure that you stay 2 meters or a meter away from them at all the times. Have a social distancing. If this isn't possible, you should follow at least 1 meter, which means you must stay at least little away, be cautious, and wear a face mask. The guidelines for people who are clinically extremely vulnerable and shilling still a little bit different right now. We are looking at it. The cases have reduced, but cases have increased in some places. So it is important for us to stay safe and comfortable and physically active during this pandemic time. At least we should do some exercise, which will keep us going, which will keep us at least 20 minutes in a day. Even if that means that light breathing exercise or stretching or just little exercise That will also help you, allow you to do the things. Please ask your GP, your doctors, if you're not allowed to do anything, if you have got some health issues. But by staying active, we can improve our physical health. We can improve our spirit. Our spirits can be lifted. There are plenty of ways to keep moving. Yoga is a wonderful way to have the gentle stretch. It can also help us to relax. It cannot, if you can't do yoga on the floor, then you can do a chair yoga or a chair exercise. There are classes on Zumba on the video online for all levels. Pilates, Tai Chi, and stretching can help us to stay fit at home. This can help us to improve balance, flexibility, core strength, and overall mobility. Many instructional videos can be found online. Another option is joining a virtual class hosted by an area exercise studios or senior centers or any clubs. Join them. Strengthening training is very important. We do not have to lift heavy weights at the gym for that. We can do it at home while sitting or lying down. We only need a few simple exercises to get started. If you really want to do, then you can use every day. You can do everything in your house. You don't have to go out. You can go for a walk. That will allow you to make your body fit and happy. So many people love dancing. If you like dancing, then you can do this. How can you do that? Let me show you. If you love dancing, then start dancing at home. Keep yourself fit. It is known that for its cardiovascular benefits, it gives you the benefit. It is a fun and a low impact way to exercise. It boosts our endurance during our days of social distancing. As an added benefit, listening to some of the favorite music can encourage us to exercise our mind, our body, by going back in times and revisiting some fond memories in your life that you used to sit and relax, enjoying the music, enjoying the dancing. Yes, time has not gone. You can still do it. Before engaging in any type of exercise, I would check with your doctors to make sure that activity is okay for you to do. But you all are students. But anybody who is listening on this group, just make sure that you are okay to do that. Because sometimes some people are not allowed to do certain things. Take the necessary precautions by exercising on a flat surface that are free of tripping hazards or to reduce the risk of falling. Make sure you wear appropriate, proper footwear. Make sure you know your limits and do not overdo. So, if you are new to exercise, doing too much or doing less quickly can injure, quickly can damage your bones, damage your muscles. So, remember to start with the beginner level if you have not done it, and then go to the next level. Take it slow and steady. Make sure you drink plenty of water. Just like whenever you sit, have a glass of water. Stay hydrated. Never dehydrate yourself. Before doing and after exercise, make sure you keep someone informed, particularly if you're leaving the house or will be with somebody else. So just make sure. This is just to make sure that you are safe wherever you go and well looked after. Some people enjoy spending time in the outdoor activities like gardening. For example, if you are lucky enough to have a garden, gardening is a great form of exercise. Especially as the weather improves, you do not, if you do not have a garden or you do not wish to go outside, then you can try and plant something in a pot in the house near the windowsill. When they grow, you can see the greenery around the home. This has proven to make you feel more relaxed. Some people even like to be in their own house and love to grow their own vegetables. That gardening, that space of gardening, can also help you to burn the calories, but also give us some healthy dose of fresh air. You can go for a walk. This is a great way to stay fit, and you have a chance to do that because the weather is beautiful here. You can change of scenery, which keeps us motivated. Just make sure to stay at least a meter or a 2 meter away from each other. You're not close to each other. Wash your hands properly, nicely, with soap and a warm water for at least 20 seconds. When you get back, when you come back from anywhere, sanitize. If the weather is pleasant, if there is no rain, today is a beautiful weather here around the neighborhood, you can do that. You can go for exercise to reduce the restlessness and put us in a good mood and help our immunity. It helps us to boost. If you have been told to stay indoors, then we can walk around the house or march upstairs or downstairs if you are living upstairs or downstairs. If you have like a two-floor building, don't take a lift. Don't go by car. Ride a bicycle. That can increase daily step counts. See, these are the small little things which we are all aware of it, which we all know that. Do we do that? So when we have a lot of time on our hands and think about the pandemic, we may not we may not be doing the things that we enjoy. So now it is a great time to discover the forgotten hobbies or even take up the new hobbies. There are a lot of different things you can do and enjoy in the comfort of your home. You can try new cooking, new recipes. Cooking is a great way to encourage yourselves to eat well and pass the time. There are plenty of things what you can do online. You can experiment baking, try new recipes, new cuisine. You can learn new languages because it is never too late to learn anything. In fact, science has shown that learning a new language is a great way to keep our brain active and healthy in later life. There are a lot of websites, apps, and videos that can help you. If you already know more than one language, you can refresh your knowledge on that language. You see, knowing a language is a good, but practicing it is even better. So at home, we can practice art and craft. Whatever you feel comfortable, yes, you can do that. Even knitting, painting, coloring, working with clays, pots, arts, crafts can help older adults maintain their cognitive skills. Initially, you might feel daunted by them, especially if you are new to it. But you don't have to be an expert to get express to start on a new thing. You can always use YouTube tutorial to help. That's YouTube. Google has become like your mother who tells you everything what to do and what not to do. It's always there. But your determination, your the way you want to do, you can do it. For those of you that enjoys reading a book, you will agree that there is nothing like curling up on a sofa with a good book in your hand. This is the best time without any distraction and lose yourselves in another world. You may want to ask your friend and a family to get involved. You could even ask, you can recommend them or you can ask them what is their favorite book. You could even select a book to read together and discuss as you go along. So another great thing to do is a creative writing. It is a good way to let your mind escape. We can write everything down that we feel in the form of poems, stories, or even keeping a diary. You can write about what we have learned and experiences. If you don't know how to get started, then try writing words on a scrap paper like sunshine, happiness, hope, surprise, or color, or any other words you feel connected to. Then you can place them in a container. Every day, pick up one new chitty, one new little message out of the box of the container. Try something on that word. Writing also can be helpful. If we are feeling worried and stressed, we can write down all our concern in a journal to help us to come out of our chest and to be happy. See, when you are happy, you can win the world. We can sort out our old photos and memories which we have been piling up for years and years. Get them out and create a scrapbook or a photo album. Do something that makes you happy. Spending an afternoon minimizing or mimicking can be a lovely way to pass the time. And sharing those memories with our close family and friends can be very special. Through this, we can create new memories. We can challenge ourselves as staying mentally active is really important. It can also welcome distraction. We can start a puzzle. It is something that you can start and stop as you wish. If you found an old jigsaw puzzle that you wanted to have a go, but you never had the time, just hope you still have got all the pieces in the jigsaw puzzle. If you are unable to buy a new puzzle, then you can make your own design and make a postcards and cut that pieces and make a puzzle at home. Then you can always ask your family and friends to help you, give you the ideas. Pick up some new magazines from the supermarket, from any stores, any magazine places. They contain hours of crosswords, word search, many other puzzles that keeps your mind busy, keeps your brain busy. With more time at home, when you're spending more time at home, why not do some family research? It can be difficult to know where exactly to start, but looking back into your historical roots can be very interesting and something to share with family and friends. You can take the opportunity to explore an interest or learn a new skills, something that interests you and something that you may have forgotten. So keeping yourself busy, it is a good way for the mental health. It can give us some light, relief from the pandemic that we are experiencing. But this is a stressful time, not just for me, not for you, for everyone in the global world. And but this stressful time and can leave so many people are feeling tired and unmotivated. There might be some days where you don't feel like doing much at all. That is absolutely fine. That's okay. It is important to just that what you can do. Keep yourself busy. You can feel like sitting and doing nothing. Sometimes you feel. Sometimes we encounter a task that we would like to do. However, it feels too much or overwhelming to carry out. Therefore, we need to take a break. We need to have a small steps of learning, of enjoying our life. Try settling our goals so that you can achieve smaller objectives. That will help you to progress towards your bigger goals. Do whatever you want to improve your confidence and remind yourselves that what you have achieved in the past, recall all your strength and aim to keep all them strengthening. So, by doing that, do you ever feel insecure? If yes, then try to make improvement in those areas. This will make you feel more skilled and capable. You will feel more independent and it will keep your mind working. I believe in life learning education. I believe in lifelong learning as each day is a learning curve for each one of us. But together with this, we'll need to ensure we can enjoy our life, we can sleep well and eat well. So sometimes during this pandemic, we might be feeling stress, worried, anxious about small things which we never encountered ourselves. That did not used to bother before. But during this pandemic, it has hurted the feelings. We may even feel like we are absolutely fine. But either way, it is important to look after our mental health, our mental well being, the way what we think. We can start by helping ourselves to make necessary changes. To make ourselves happy, we should aim to be active, although exercise will not make our stresses disappear. However, it has the ability to minimize some of our emotional intensity that we feel. It will help us to clear our thoughts and deal with our problems in a calm manner. We should stay calm and take control of the situation because every problem there is a solution. If we think we can do something and believe in ourselves, then surely we will find a solution. This is itself is an act of empowerment, and this self belief will result in the solution that you believe in. So ensure that you have a good network with family, with friends, with people around who will be your support system when you feel unhappy or when you need a company. They will encourage you to view a stressful situation in a different ways. When something goes wrong, or sometimes that you may not even thought about it, you would like to talk, connect to the people, then yes, you should with your networking. Do the activities that you enjoy. Engage in the hobbies that makes you feel happy. Avoid unhealthy habits. Help each other. Realize that you cannot always change a situation. To concentrate on the aspect that you can. If you feel that you have too much to do, plan a day ahead. Split up your task into the smaller or a manageable parts. Like I said, we are human. We are social animals, and human beings are social animals who thrive to be with each other. We don't want to be on our own. We like to be with people. If we are left on our own for too long, then we become ill. Therefore, we need to aim to get rid of stress or feelings of negativity and replace it with aiming to find happiness. It has worked for the people, it has worked for me, and I've tried on a lot of people by sharing my experience and talking to them. I have tried to help in the past before, and therefore I have a hope, and I know that it will also help you through these times of difficulties, through the time of pandemic. The worst is over. Look at the brighter side of it. Few months ago, I was speaking to one of my good friend who was sharing and telling me about her experience at the university. When she was talking to me, she said that she always feel very lonely and worried as she never fitted herself in that in the university, but could feel the sadness that she was experiencing from within her peer group, within her colleagues, within her voice. I felt that she was very upset. She said that often she would ask herself, she's telling me, often she used to ask herself, what's wrong with me? I thought that for someone to ask that question is a very painful. So I started to research the topic of loneliness, and I really wanted to understand how we can get rid of it and transform it to happiness, because happiness in life that we all strive for. It is the initial human desire that binds us together. It is that we want, and we do not want to suffer. Happiness is this that links to our friends, family, and all human beings. That they may not share the same opinion, they have a different opinion. Within the history, the ancient Buddha, that's my favorite person I look upon. That Buddhist monks used to say that happiness and suffering are all within our mind, are all within us. They are not external. So the happiness is not external, found through the object or different people. It is internal, and it is in the mind. Therefore, if the happiness and suffering are within the mind, then the cause of happiness and suffering also lay within our minds. The ultimate difference between people that are stressed and the people that are not is the way we see the world, the way we want to see the world. So we need to change our perspective, the way we want to look at the world. We need to see the world that if something does not work out, then something goes wrong within our life, then we should not perceive that is failure. It is our fault. We know that we have definitely tried our best. Instead, we analyze the approach that we took and look at the different ways of achieving our objective of the learning and trying different new things. There are a lot more to cover, but I know the time is very limited right now. So I'm going to go to the main thing. That first thing is that we need to look at our diet. We need to make sure that we eat healthy, we focus on the right thing, we exercise, we look after ourselves, and we want to make sure that by exercising also helps us. So some people have told me that they don't like doing exercise. With eating healthy, we need to do exercise regularly. So some people exercise all the time and some do not. So what are the benefits does the exercise have? I'll quickly go through. We will feel healthier, our heart will be stronger, our lungs will be more efficient as they will expand, increasing lung capacity. It will help with breathing and strengthen our immune system. It promotes weight loss. We will feel more alert, happier, good due to the release of happy hormones. Our muscles will be stronger and we feel fitter. So, from a personal perspective, we all have mind, heart, and a soul. That's true. Do we all agree? We do have. The mind is intelligent but cannot work alone. The soul is peaceful but cannot work alone. And heart is a loving tender. If you combine intelligence and peace together, you get fulfillment. If you link with intelligence and a love together, you get harmony. When you link peace and love together, you are prime. However, when you link mind, heart, and soul together, that we can achieve pure happiness. In my opinion, this is the key to the happiness. This is the key to the happiness what we all have been striving for. So in this pandemic, we have gone through many challenges. This pandemic has brought many challenges. The world is upside down. But you can bring it back again. But you know how to turn it back around. You are the future, the master of your own destiny. When people around you are unwell, hungry, power and money you make alone is immaterial. We want to be part of the wider solution, not the problem. But how can we do that? I have 3 solutions for that. I'll share 3 tips with you. Number 1, believe in yourself. Nothing in life is constant. Even a caterpillar changes into the beautiful butterfly. So you know that you have a strength to create change and war, disease, political unrest, financial crisis. We came out resilient and stronger than before. We learn from the past and create a better future. You can make this country prosperous again. You are the future generation. You can shape the future. This is in our hands. This is in our young generation. Number two, follow your true instinct. Do the right things. Do not forget your ethical values. Be kind, be humble, be generous, be fair, help each other. Number three, be the person that builds bridges. Diversity despite background, ethnicity, social, political, or religious lookouts. Remember, this is our country. This is our world. You can change the future. You can make a positive impact on society at large. Start with the family and friends. I believe that by working together, we can make a positive global change. I will finish my talk by ending this beautiful quote by Dr. Abdul Kalam. He said, "You cannot change your future. You cannot change your future, but you can change your habits. And surely your habits will change your future."